Richie's got that spark in his eye. Every box he opens a new surprise. Reviewing kits from low to high. In his workshop, time just flies. Plastic armies and paint supplies. Tips and tricks to make them rise.
Hey, welcome back. Happy 2024. There we go. This is my third time recording this. First time I didn't have my microphone on, so there's no sound, which is a bit of a rookie mistake. Second time I was 3 minutes in and the doorbell went, so I had to go and somebody was at the house, and hopefully we knocked this out. Third time a charm. So there we go. The beauty of YouTube, home amateur video recording, I guess. But yeah, back at it. New year. As you can see, some snow outside. The whole city of Richmond's pretty much been shut down because of a couple inches of snow. A week ago, we had a snowstorm. Long story short, they knocked out the city's water treatment plant or place, whatever you want to call it. Not sure exactly what happened, but I think something along the lines of they had a snow day, so there's no employees there, and it got some flooding or some circuit control board got knocked out, and the whole thing, went down. So the city had no water for like a week, which meant no restaurants were open, food places, anyway, you could wash your hands, no water. Luckily, I live in the county of Henrico, so we had no problems with water at all until like the last day, and then we had a boil advisory, but no real issues at all. But yeah, just amazes me that like here in Central Virginia, as most places in the US, I think south, you get inches of snow and the whole city just crumbles, whereas people in Chicago and the Midwest get a couple of feet of snow and they still get on with their world, get lives, and the world just still revolves. And yeah, school's been closed all week as well, so it's been 3 weeks they had off for Christmas. And yeah, definitely good to get the kids back to school for sure. I think at some point they're gonna have to probably make these days up at the weekend, probably after a certain point. But anyway, enough waffling and rambling. That's kind of where we're at. Back to modeling. I haven't done much in the past couple of weeks. Various reasons, obviously, because of the holidays, the power issues, the water issues I just mentioned, kids off school, that kind of stuff. But I have started some projects. But to start with, let's talk about what I purchased. So as always, let's switch the camera and I'll show you what I got. Okay, so I got my package from Super Hobby in Poland. This is my only purchase for the month. And you know what? We're going to do a live unboxing because just broke the seal with a knife and I haven't opened the box yet. So I know what it is. Well, I think I do. So we can open it together. And again, a big fan of Super Hobby. They're my new go-to store because it's $5 shipping, international shipping from Poland. And obviously I ordered this over Christmas, but still only took about 3 weeks to get here. Normally it takes a couple of weeks. So kind of move this to the side a little bit and see what we got. So first of all, another Attacker paint color set. This is for the blues, obviously for this aircraft here, the SU-27. I've got the mask set and I have the decals to the blue pixel scheme. And I always want to do one of these. So I've got the Great War Hobbies 48 scale kit. So we will be doing it in the Digicamo. So all different colors you need. It wasn't very expensive. I think it's like 20 bucks. And got all these colors. There we go. Got a bag here. I think there's a couple of paints in here. Oh, you know what? I actually did forget what was in here. Now I just remembered. So I got some couple of cool things in here. So firstly, I've got some Blue Angels colors. Blue Angels Blue, which is 328, and 329 for Blue Angels Yellow. That's Mr. Hobby lacquer paints. And as you know, I've got the Herc. I'm going to do Fat Albert. So I've got one of these colors already, but I'm thinking we probably need at least two for that 72nd scale Herc. And these next two I'm actually very interested in. And these are two of the newer Tamiya colors, 84 and 85. And what these are lacquer again, as you can see. But these are the these are the F-35 colors. It's a camouflage gray and medium air gray. So that's the overall color. So I'm excited to see this. because I've been using MRP, which is a really good camouflage grey for the F-35. But actually looking at that, actually looks pretty decent too. Sorry, I've got the afternoon sun shining in right now. So yeah, there we go. Actually looks not bad. and this is a lighter color for the for the accents and the lighter color on the aircraft. But yeah, they both look really good. So yeah, I just bought one of each just to see the color, but you can't go wrong with Tamiya LP paint. So more paints. So obviously get quite a few paints going on here, and finally 3 more things in the box. Nothing too exciting, just some masks. So I've got my mask finally for my Spitfire, so I get that one finished, the border models one. I've got mask for the Alligator, the KA-52. I'm trying to think if this is I'm not sure the brand on this, but this is yeah, for the Vesta, that Russian helicopter kit I got recently. So I got the mask set for that too, and finally for the HH60G, which is the Kitty Hawk Pave Hawk mask set. A lot of glass work. So I think all of that total, I don't remember that cost, but it wasn't very expensive at all, to be honest with you. Again, $5 shipping, 0 tax, so you can't go wrong. So yeah, that's my purchase for the month. So there we go. That's the what I've got. Nothing too super exciting. No kits, as I mentioned in previous months. Nothing really coming out that's exciting me. Although one thing it did kind of catch me off guard. Academy brought out a 72nd scale F-14D. That's out available now. I didn't see that one coming. I knew they had obviously a B and A, which I built the B before. I built the A before, I think. Was it the A or the B? Well, one of them I built. And great kit. It's like the Tamiya 48 scale one, just shrunken down. So you want F-14, the D is now available. Bounty Hunters and Tomcatters, I think, are the markings. Beautiful kit. But yeah, other than that, there's nothing really too exciting happening with water modeling. As you've probably seen on other YouTube channels and websites, there's a bit of a still new releases. Hopefully, getting into 2025, more interesting projects come out and more releases. But unfortunately, yeah, little slim pickings right now. All right, so what I've been working on, I did get the Kitty Hawk Pave Hawk. I got that out of the box just before Christmas and started working on that one. I was going to do a video build. Took it out of the box. Part number 1, just building a couple of like gunner seats. That fought me. Instructions were terrible. It fought me along the way. The very first couple of parts, just trying to get off the sprues and put together. It just, yeah, it wasn't a good start. So I was like, you know what? I just can't do this right now. So I went back in the box and I pulled out a 32nd scale kit, a modern 32nd scale kit, back to, yeah, doing something pretty awesome and a mega build. So let's switch down to the bench and talk about what I'm working on. So I started a few weeks ago a mega build, a 32nd scale modern fighter jet. It's been a while, I know. And I've had this one in the stash for a while and been looking at it, and for various reasons, you know, not started. I've got tons of aftermarket for it. And that is, without further ado, Academy's 32nd scale F-16I, the Israeli F-16. Started doing a video build series for it. It'll definitely go up on Patreon. If it goes on YouTube in the future, I'm not sure. Depends on the political climate. Unfortunately, Russian and Israeli stuff gets kind of like negative attention for obvious reasons. But obviously, when you're just caring, you know, politics aside, we're just building plastic models. And this is a great kit. Really good looking aircraft. And I got a ton of aftermarket for it. I've got basically all resin, wheel wells. I've got the cockpit set, which I'll share in a minute. That's like a model in itself. Wheels, all kinds of stuff on this one. So it's going to be a complete mega build. Again, Patreon, go check my Patreon out. I've got the SU-25 on there right now, and then we'll cycle around to this one afterwards. Will take me some time, so bear with me. Obviously, being a big model kit, also my time's been limited right now. But yeah, there we go. So let me kind of show you where I'm at with this. And I basically just filmed and edited part number 1, which gets you through resin. So I start with the resin stuff, and you can get an idea of the size of the aircraft here from the fuselage. Again, beautiful detail. And I basically old school Aries resin. God, it's been a while. So this one was easy. It's just a drop fit, no problem at all. Fits right in. As you see in my video, if you on Patreon, that is, you'll see this one's a little bit more challenging for the front. Had to kind of shave off. The real part was actually fixed on, so I had to kind of shave it off, fixed onto the intake. So I had to shave it all off, sand it all down, get it to fit. And I think I did a pretty good job, to be honest with you. I do say so myself. So that detail is pretty amazing, as you can see. I think it's okay with seam lines. Well, no, to got the primer on. Obviously, sanded all down and that kind of jazz. Did take good extra attention, you know, to get these intakes seamless. There are obviously 4 parts making up the intake. I did various things there, and yeah, once it's, you know, I think it looks pretty good to me. Obviously, you want to make it sure it's good because, you know, 30-second scale. Obviously, you can see right down there, and you know, once they're all painted up, put the end on, it's going to look pretty awesome. So that took a lot of work. So that's part number 1, really, just to get that whole thing in. You can see it looks a lot gnarly in there, all super glue hazing and stuff, and paint. But don't worry, you know, obviously that's inside the fuselage. You're not going to see it. Pilot figures come with the set. You get 2 seated and 2 standing. Now these aren't finished by any means, but I just put the base colors down, a lot of the wash. So I got 2 pilots. Again, it's kind of fighting the afternoon sunlight here. So I got 2 pilots, well, the pilot and the Wizzo, painted up, and I've got my hands. Well, I've had this for years. This has been my stash for like 5 years. This kit, the Wolfpack set. Now I think I paid like $30-40 for this. Now it's like $85, but it's a thing of beauty. Like, it had a massive, you know, resin casting block underneath it removed, but don't worry about that. I've gone through the floor, but the seat covers it, no problem at all. But the beauty about this set is there's a couple of bobs on here. It's absolutely a perfect fit. Like, no sir, like, just click the 2 like tabs fit together. That fits together, and I've offered it up against here, and I think we're good shape. So I don't jinx it, but it seems like, you know, where resin goes, it's actually not bad. I got to get the side panels on, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's going to be going old school because I've done so much Quinta Studios recently. Going back to painting all these switches and stuff is definitely going to be a little bit daunting. But as you can see here, we have 50 parts making up this cockpit set, and yeah, we've got some beautiful detail in here. So all these parts, you know, I've cut off. Obviously small pieces I haven't, got large parts I've, you know, taken care of, sanded down. We've got 2 really nice seats in this. You see, we have like the sheepskin kind of backing on there. Again, beautiful detail, but alas, because I'm going with the pilots, they don't quite fit, you know, seated on here very well. So I'm just gonna go with the plastic kit seats, I think, sat into this resin cockpit tub, because you're not really if I use the pilot figures, you're not really going to see the seats anyway. So that's my game plan. I did pry them up just a couple of weeks ago now. You can see, compared to the resin ones, yeah, the resin one's obviously way better. But again, once you've got a pilot stand on it, it's not going to be too much of a problem. And these should hopefully fit in there as well. I kind of dry fitted it, and they fit pretty good as well. Kind of lean back a long way, these seats, which I think is the way it should be in an F-16. So a lot of work ahead of me. So you see, this bit, you know, was a lot of work, you know, a couple of weeks work, getting all that together. But that's part number 1. Part 2 is going to be the cockpit tub. And then from there on in, we'll, you know, continue building it. I've built some other stuff too. You know, I've done the spine, try to take care of seam lines, and some other stuff. So it should go together pretty quickly once this cockpit's done, because it's actually, you know, it's a big box of plastic, but because the aircraft's pretty big, I mean, there's not, you know, not a million sprues. I mean, a lot of it's ordnance, as you know, is normal, but generally, you know, the actual aircraft, the airframe itself, isn't too much. It's not that complex. I've obviously made things a little bit more complicated with all this resin stuff, but yeah, it's gonna take a long time, you know, get all this painted up, as I mentioned. So that's kind of where I'm at. So I've actually not been out here for a couple of weeks because of the holidays and various other stuff going on. So definitely looking forward to get some time out here to get this thing moving along, get all that built up, and then move on to, you know, get this build moving on a little bit, because it's been stagnant for the last couple of weeks. Also, got myself mast set for the Spitfire, so that can get finished. Spitfire, nothing's happened on that one since you last saw it. It's just been sat to the side. Now I've got the mast set and get the canopy on and get this one painted and get this one across the line. So actually get a finished model out there as well. So yeah, that's it. You see, yeah, big build. Excited about this one. It's going to look pretty awesome. 30-second scale. I still have my Tamiya kit over there as well. My Tamiya F-16, which is an absolutely beautiful kit. So they'll look great together as a pair. There we go. Another F-16, hey? I always wanted to build this one for a long time. It's been my stash over 5 years, if not longer. Look at it all the time. I thought, you know, now's the time to do it. all that resin, going old school, but Aries resin wheelbase, resin cockpit, no Quinta Studio stuff. I feel like I'm going back to like 2019 again, but there we go. So yeah, we'll see how we get on with that one. So that's my major project, and obviously got to get that Spitfire built as well. Also, following up from previous months, last month I talked about that little stadium I built downtown Los Angeles. First of the month I can print 2 new ones. So this month I printed out Dodger Stadium and Camden Yards, and building up my collection. And yeah, reminder, if you didn't see last month's, go check it out. But basically, every major like professional sports stadium in the world I've seen a game, I'm going to print out 3D print, frame it, and on the back write the game I saw, the date, and the Sharpie on the back, silver Sharpie on the back of the frame. So 2 more to add. I did notice that Micropolitan guy, again, links in the previous video from last month's bench update, he has started releasing some football stadiums in the UK. So for my UK followers or friends, some random ones, got some EPL, and I think got some championship stadiums as well. But definitely he's starting to churn those out the last couple of days as well. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, 3D printing. The channel is amazing. Like recently, the amount of new subscribers, views. I think mainly on the back of that Temu video. Believe it or not, Temu, that video I did 3 months ago, 228,000 views, almost 250,000 views in that video. It went viral. I have no other video anywhere like that in terms of views. And yeah, the revenue from that one video alone is pretty much paid for my Bamboo Labs P1S printer right there, my 3D printer, paid for that one video. And with YouTube, it's funny, follow creators will know that I could spend hours, late nights, days producing these amazing build videos, really interesting subjects, get maybe 1,000 views. Or I get a video from Temu where I open a box, 2 products, within an hour, film it, get it edited, and get 228,000 views. So you can never know. That video, I was expecting, to be honest with you, to get about 2,000 to 3,000. Thinking maybe 6,000 on the upside, 228. And it's still going. I mean, it lowered a little bit about a week ago, and now it's still up about 5,000 views a day. It's the graph's up every time I check. It's yeah, people watching that video, and yeah, getting their ad revenue from it. So pretty awesome, right? So if all my videos could do 228,000, I'd be a happy man, I guess. But anyway, yeah, loads of new subscribers, picking up, and up to almost 12,000 subscribers now. I think we're just not well. Wasn't that long ago we talked about 10,000. Now we're close to 12,000. So definitely a snowball effect. I think YouTube, those other people channels, once you get going and you start to get across that 1,000 mark, 5,000, 10,000, it just starts to kind of expand and grow a larger number, which is pretty awesome. YouTube channel, I would expect for next few weeks. My Partworks have stalled. Just basically, they've just been stuck at a warehouse in Kansas. So not Fan Home's fault necessarily. They've shipped the stuff on time every month, all the parts of the Batmobile and Millennium Falcon, but then they kind of cut, well, I guess the cost saving, not using FedEx. They stopped about 2 years ago. Now you use like a third-party company. I think it's OSM, I think the company used, and basically it all goes to Kansas in the warehouse, and they distribute it to different post offices from there, and the mailman delivers it. Not sure they're just overwhelmed, or they got too many packages, or just what's going on there, but there's been issues in the past, and nothing's left from that warehouse since the start of November, so almost 3 months now. So I've got 2 or 3 parts of the Millennium Falcon, 2 parts of the Batmobile just stuck. So at some point in time, I'll get them, and then just expect, catch-up video, and get moving on with those. That's why you're not seeing those videos. The Millennium Falcon, I'm really close. I think about 6 months from completing the whole thing. So definitely want to get going on that one, get that one finished, and it's going to be massive. Not sure what I'm going to do with that one yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it, maybe mount it to the ceiling or the wall or something, or just move it on. I don't know. We'll see how it looks once it's finished, all lit up and painted and all that kind of stuff. What else? I'm thinking here, that's pretty much it. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. Oh, so what you thought about my new intro sound, and I'll put on at the end as well, the song that was AI. I'm not really into ChatGPT or AI, but I found a came across the website. I think it's Suno, and basically just all you do within, it's amazing technology nowadays. Just basically put in my email link, my address, youtube.com/rwhobbies, and hit it, and then it just thinks about it for about 30-45 seconds, and it just AI generates from that YouTube, from looking at your videos and analyzing them, the song, all the words, the lyrics, the music, everything is done in about 45 seconds. Amazing, right? And yeah, turned off that little jingle, I guess. So there we go. So yeah, interesting feedback on that one. So yeah, it's called Unboxing Dreams is the song. So I'm not sure if it'll make the top 10 or not, but there we go. So that's it. That's a wrap. That's January's update done. I'll be back February with the next update. Oh, forgot to mention before we do end. Let's go back. Take a step back. I was talking about the Millennium Falcon. Forgot to say, wrapping up with the Desert Babe. Thank you for following that for the past couple of months, and we'll switch on maybe to the F-14DB, the Tamiya F-48 scale one, which turned out really well. If I do say so myself, I'm really happy how it turned out. And then I got the custom acrylic display case for it. It's all like little vignettes. So that's a really cool video build series. Will be coming up very soon. If you can't wait for that one, head over to Patreon. Everything's up on Patreon. Patreon's also got the Su-25. They'll definitely get the F-16. Whether the F-16 translates to YouTube, I don't know. Depends on political climate. I don't get a bunch of negative attention to the channel, so that might just stay on Patreon. So again, what is like $2 a month, which is nothing, cheapest around. You can access all that extra content over there. It also helps for these videos, helps motivate me to come out here, do these videos, build my stuff, and create content for YouTube. So there we go. So yeah, hopefully you have a good winter. Hopefully your situation wasn't as bad as mine the past week. Hopefully you don't have much of snow, and you have your electricity, and you have your water, and all the rest of the stuff. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.
Every box he opens a new surprise. Reviewing kits from low to high. In his workshop, time just flies. Plastic armies and paint supplies. Tips and tricks to make them rise. From miniatures to drones that fly. Richie always reaching for the skies. Unbox the dreams, make a model soar. Details and scenes keep us wanting more. In your hands they come to life, explore. Master of hobbies, always something to adore. Late night sculpting tiny parts. Careful hands create works of art. Cameras roll in that special space, capturing moments in an endless race. Every episode a story to tell, guiding each of us so very well. From start to finish it's a thrilling ride. Richie's passion is our trusted guide. Unbox the dreams, make a model soar. Details and scenes keep us wanting more. In your hands they come to life, explore. Master of hobbies, always something to adore. Episode, a story to tell, guiding each of us so very well. From start to finish it's a thrilling ride. Richie's passion is our trusted guide. Unbox the dreams, make a model soar. Details and scenes keep us wanting more. In your hands they come to life, explore. Master of hobbies, always something to adore.